Yes. Welcome to the Free Will Experience. I'm your host, Free Will. I have my co-host in the building, Shining Free.
Yeah, we always bring in love and respect. We bring in mental, physical, spiritual growth to you dig me?
Yes. Today we want to talk a little bit about body counts.
Body counts.
Yes.
Scary.
Yeah, very, and the effects that it's having on the community today. Shining Free, just give the people a little bit about these body counts.
Well, growing up in life, I'm ashamed of my body counts. I had so much sexual experience, so much sex with these women out here that it's like I'm really ashamed, bro, because early on in life, I was treating sex like a sport.
Right.
I was treating women like a sex object.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up in life, growing up in the Caribbean, right? Like, we uncles, we cousins, it's like we was going competition on how many women we could have sex with. And this really destroyed my life, and I destroyed plenty women out here in the process.
Absolutely. I think that, with us not knowing how strong the sexual experience is and, the meaning, we're going off of basically what our peers think, what our friends think, or, older family members, whether it be uncles or cousins, that's like, hey man, how many girls you been with? I was with this amount of girls and this, that, and the other. So for the young man, he's not getting the proper guidance or understanding of where this sexual experience is going. So we just out there trying to have as much sex as we possibly can.
So true.
And once you, as a youth, once you get started, right, Shining Free, it's hard to stop.
It is very hard to stop, because the pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you have sex the first time, the pleasure feels so good, and your ego is so high because you feel like I slept with that one, I slept with that one. So it's like use the big dog in the neighborhood.
Right.
You feel, man, but you really destroying yourself. And I had so much sex with these women out here, and I had so much sex with these women that I started to hate women, bro.
Right.
You feel me? It's because we supposed to be in our masculine energy as men, right? And our masculine energy is connected to our sexual energy.
Right.
So I'm having sex with all these women. I'm spilling my sexual energy, and I'm feeling like I'm the man, right? But I'm spilling my masculine energy. Now I'm in my feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm starting to hate women. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a woman now.
Right.
You feel me? I'm in my feminine energy. Real talk though.
Yeah.
You feel, man?
I agree.
So this is why plenty men get disrespected out here too. Because you gaining all these body counts. You sleeping with all these women, right? And you wonder why these women disrespecting you. Because you spilling all the masculine energy. You feel, man?
Absolutely.
You self-destructing. You dig, man? Real talk though. Body counts is not good. Like, when you having sex with women out here, it is not that you don't get no trophy for that, but you don't get no, you feel, no prize. Real talk though. You destroying yourself.
Absolutely. In our last video, you talked about purposeless sex.
Right.
Just a different form than, what we're talking about today. But this is, again, the purposeless sex.
True. Facts. You feel, man? And I would say this, bro. Like, I would say 2 years into having sexual intercourse with all these women, collecting all these bodies, right? I didn't really know anything about soul ties.
Right.
I didn't really know anything about demonic soul ties. I didn't really know nothing about the spiritual realm.
Right.
You dig me? So I'm just having sex, pong in my chest like King Kong, like I'm the man, right? But when you have sex with all these women, you collecting, like, you really giving up pieces of yourself.
Absolutely.
And you gaining pieces of other people. So if I'm having sex with 10 people, right? If she is having sex with 20 people,
right?
No, this is 30 soul ties I'm collecting.
Absolutely.
This is 30 personalities that I have within me. Now, some men wondering why they having outbursts, why they angry, why they want to kill women, right?
Absolutely.
It's because you collecting all these soul ties, all these body counts, and you is acting like somebody that you don't even know.
Absolutely.
You feel, man? From a soul tie you get, you just have an outburst. I want to kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, man?
You're operating in your feminine energy.
In your feminine energy,
as a masculine man, that should be operating in his masculinity.
Right.
And what you said was so true and so accurate, and I think that a lot of people don't look at it as, is soul ties. What is that? Is that a real thing? They're not really taking into account that if you've been with 10 different people, she's been with 20 different people, or you've been with 20, she's been with 10. You guys got 30 soul ties there.
30 soul ties on you.
Okay, and that's just counting the ones you guys been with. How about the ones they've been with?
Right.
I mean, you got to start doing the math. So that'll be 30 times 3 or 30 times 10. Now we're talking 90, 300. I mean, the body count, it goes so deep,
Bro.
when we out here having this promiscuous sex.
Yo, so much facts in that, you dig, man. And I learned a lesson from this. From all these body counts, I learned a valuable lesson, because the more I had sex with these women, bro, it was like, I told you, I started to hate women, right?
Right.
Like, I would have sex with a woman, right? And right after I ejaculate, I would be like, yo, get off of me, whoa. You feel me? She would try to hug me.
Right.
She would try to spend time with me. I'm like, yo, get up off of me. You feel me?
Right.
It's because I had all these soul ties on me. And I just collected some with her. You feel me? From her.
Right.
You dig me? So the thing is, when I have sex with different women, I would go home, bro, and I feel so disgusted. I felt like the soul ties was on me, bro. You feel me? So I would enjoy the pleasure because I was chasing pleasure, right?
Right.
Then when I get home to fall asleep at night, bro, I'll just bust out crying, bro.
Right.
A grown man crying. I'm talking about long tears.
Right.
Just crying there, just sitting there like, yo, I hate my life, folk. I hate myself. And this is all these body counts, all these women that I collected, all these soul ties. And it's demonic soul ties out here too. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm destroying women. I'm destroying myself. I'm collecting all these soul ties. And it's like I'm self-destructing. I want to commit suicide. You feel me?
Right.
And then the next day, I'm still chasing sex.
Right. Cause we get right back to it. When there's no growth, right?
Right.
Or no understanding on how we should be operating, right?
Right.
And we operate from such a lustful place, especially when it starts young, and when you look at the things that just transpired in our lives, how
Right.
young we started the sexual experience. I may have been about 13, I think, when I started, right? 12 or
Right.
13. And it was everything that, that's all I thought about as a teenager.
Just sex.
Just sex. How many girls I can be with, wake up thinking about it, go to bed thinking about it. Okay. And there was no growth there.
Right.
You get stuck in a certain place, and then you wonder why you are the way you are. Okay, because who you are is also what you attract.
That is true. You feel me? You have to build yourself, you dig, man? And these soul ties, bro, it's affecting most of the world. Because as men, as women, we grew up feeling like sex is love.
Right.
You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
agree.
yeah, sex is love. What you grew up thinking? Sex is love, you dig, man?
Absolutely.
It's just the feeling. The feeling of sex is so powerful. When you finish having sex, you just feel like you accomplished something. You feel me?
Right.
But when you having sex with multiple people, you gaining all these body counts. You ain't gaining nothing.
Right.
You self-destructing every single time. You might feel good in the moment, but afterwards, you could smile. You could act like everything is good, but I know it ain't good.
Right.
You feel me? Because all these people you having sex with, none of them is the person for you.
Right.
You feel me? None of them is.
Because you haven't elevated.
Right.
So you're gonna actually, like I said, you're gonna get who you are is who you're gonna attract. So until you are able to elevate spiritually, and reduce the sexual activity, right? How do you do that? How do you in order to elevate, right?
Right.
We got to ask ourselves the question: what's the first step in that elevation?
Well, most of us grew up in dysfunctional households where we see cheating, we see sex. Some of us walk into our mother and fathers having sex. We peeped our cousin having sex.
Right.
So we seen sex from a young age and we thinking like that's the thing to do. So majority of society, we lean on sex.
Right.
You feel me? So we really have to step aside from the sex.
Right.
You feel me? In order to grow.
Agreed. Yep.
You dig, man? We have to push the sex to the side.
Mm-hmm.
We have to push the drinking, the smoking, the everything to the side,
Mm-hmm.
and really self-reflect.
Mhm.
We have to spend time by ourselves. You feel me? Which was one of the most scariest thing in life,
Right.
is to really spend time by yourself. But you have to go through a season where you really have to spend time by yourself and really get to know yourself. Really gain some discipline within yourself. You feel me? Love yourself. You feel me? Like when we talk about self-love is not going out here and having sex with different people. You feel me?
Right.
Like some people might say they single out here.
Right.
They feel like because I'm single, I could just go out here and have sex with anybody.
Right.
And then they looking for somebody who is good. Like how you gonna have sex with everybody, then try to gain a healthy partner? Like it's impossible to do that.
Impossible.
And we not judging you like we say, right? Because I did it. You feel me? I did it. You dig me? I just want you to heal. We want you to heal. You dig me? This is why we're bringing these message.
Right. And I think you see how you said self-love, right?
Right.
When you're actually having all of these different partners, that's self-hate,
True.
right?
Facts.
Because you don't value yourself enough to actually say I'm special, I'm worthy. To share this experience with somebody would have to be somebody that's worthy, right?
Right.
Just giving yourself that type of value. When you don't have that type of value, that is a form of self-hate.
True.
Okay. And so you don't mind going out and destroying yourself. How do you feel? Like Shining Free said, you go home after having these sexual experiences and you don't feel good.
At all.
You don't feel good at all. A lot of times people are going home and they're depressed after that experience. Okay. And even if they are acting like it was, the best thing in the world, if that's not someone that is for them or committed to them, they know that that person was just there for them for that second, for that minute. And a lot of these people are coming out of different relationships that damage them, right?
True.
So they're coming out of relationships and they saying, hey, my partner, male or female, my partner cheated on me, destroyed everything, and I was there. I did everything that I needed to do. But my partner that I was with just cheated and destroyed everything we had. So now I'm not giving that to nobody else.
Right.
Right. So I'm just going to go have this purposeless sex. I'm going to have all of these different sexual partners, and it ain't going to mean anything to me. This is how I'm going to live. And what I say to that
Right.
is that, that same partner that did all of those things to you, right? Every time you go lay down with someone else, you're picking that same partner right back up.
True though. Yeah.
Every time you go on that same partner that you hate, that did all of those things, all right, you're going to find, you might as well say, his twin or her twin.
Yeah.
Okay, because that person is only there for that time period, and you don't care whether they with somebody or they married or they this, because it happened to you.
Yeah.
So you're like, man, I don't care, but you don't understand that you still attracted the same type of person
Same person.
because you haven't elevated.
Right.
You haven't changed your purview. Okay, and a lot of times we tend to look down instead of looking across or looking up.
Right.
Because looking up a lot of time is scary, right?
Yes.
So, we tend to either look down or look across. When you start to elevate yourself spiritually, you'll find yourself looking up more, meaning that when there is a partner or somebody that might be for you, all right, that will only happen if you have elevated yourself spiritually.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll keep all these body counts coming. You'll keep on dealing with the same type of people. Okay. And you'll see no change, and in order for you to change your circumstances and issues, okay, you got to change the person. All right. And get different circumstances and different issues.
Facts. Yeah, that real talk though.
Right.
We talk about self-love, right?
Yep.
You see, one thing I learned about self-love is plenty people out here feel like self-love is going out getting their hair done.
Mm-hmm.
getting their nails done, getting a haircut, getting some money and things like that. See, ain't nothing wrong with doing that, right? But the self-love is within.
Right.
You dig, man? And
right.
we talk about body conks, high body conks, low body conks, medium body conks. Like self-love is preserving yourself so your value could go up. And we talking about preserving yourself sexually, preserving yourself mentally, spiritually. You dig, man? You have to preserve yourself. Spend time alone. You dig, man? Don't be afraid to spend time alone. Don't listen to your friend, girl. They go out and this and that. Don't listen to your homeboys who pulling you to go and have sex with all these people, because at the end, you is going to be depressed. You feel, man? Like you going to have low self-esteem, because when you give up pieces of yourself, what are you going to have for yourself?
Absolutely.
You feel, man? So you have to preserve your love. Your love is in your sex. You feel, man? Why are you giving up your sex? You giving up you. You giving up that love within you. You feel, man? Why would you give up your love?
Absolutely.
You feel, man? What you getting when you give up your love? You just getting some pleasure out of it, and you getting some soul ties out of it, some demonic soul ties out of it. You feel, man? So self-love is preserving yourself. You dig, man? Preserve yourself. Everything start going up, like free will say. Up, 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 up. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You dig, man? Preserve yourself.
Absolutely. And fill your cup up before you pour into someone else.
Bang.